Hey guys! In an effort to better serve you and your child and to partner with you in your child's education, I've decided to periodically make these little Teachlet videos just to kind of clue you in on the things that I'm doing in class with your child. One really important foundational skill that will affect your child's literacy development is fine motor skills. Fine motor skills are the muscles in your fingers. And that's very important because in order to have proper handwriting, your child's going to have to work those muscles and develop some strength in them. Fine motor skills have really kind of gone on the decline in the past several years with kids in the kindergarten age, just because kids are on iPads and using technology a lot more, and they're not doing as much as they need to with those hands. So I'm going to show you a few things that you could do at home to help develop their finger muscles, and then we'll talk about how I use writing utensils and how I introduce writing to the kids. So a couple of things that are just really good to help develop those muscles that you might have at your house already. Legos is a really good toy because the kids have to pinch them to pull them apart and put them back together, and that really works the same muscles that they're going to need to use for writing. Clothespins, if you have clothespins at your house, let your child use them. They can help you with the laundry, putting things, hanging up clothes, or you could even give them papers that they could put the clothespins on. A water dropper or a medicine dropper. I have a little boy who's in pre-K, and sometimes I'll get little cups of water and put food coloring in them and let him use this to mix up, and he thinks he's doing a science experiment, experimenting with colors, but really I'm having him pinch using those little finger muscles that are really important for writing. Tweezers. You might have give your child some tweezers and have them pick up something really small, like this is a crayon. I had to really work these two fingers in order to pick this crayon up, so that's helping to strengthen them. And you can, little cotton balls, stuff like that, you can make a fun game out of it. Play-Doh is really good for building fine motor skills. And we use a lot of Play-Doh, especially at the beginning of the year. When we're talking about proper letter formation, I might say, okay, make a straight line. So they'll make a straight line with their Play-Doh, and I always try to get them to pinch it. And then, okay, now make a circle. So to make a circle, you have to make that straight line and then connect it. And then, putting them together, we might make different letters. So eventually that'll turn into make certain words, maybe some of the high frequency words that we're learning about, that might be one of their centers. But we do a lot with Play-Doh in our class. And then also this stuff is really cool. It's some modeling foam, I think it's called, but it's kind of the same concept as Play-Doh. You kind of have to work to pull it apart, but you could make different, it's fun to play with. It's a sensory tool, but you can make little different shapes with it and everything. Also, using scissors, cutting, that also helps to build finger muscles. And I'm going to show you a little trick, because a lot of times if they haven't used scissors before, they might try to cut all kinds of crazy ways. I've seen it all. But on my thumb and on their thumbs, a lot of times I might put a little smiley face, and then if they're really struggling, I'll put a smiley face also on the scissors. And so I'll tell them, you need to see your smiley face, or if I have it on the scissors too, both smiley faces, and then that's when you cut. And so this is just an old paper, but so I have them cut like that, then pick up open the scissors, and then move your hand up. So this is just regular copy paper. It's flimsier than construction paper. Construction paper offers a little more resistance, so it's a little bit harder to cut, or cardstock's really good too. The harder the finger has to work, the stronger the muscles will get. So I would recommend cutting with construction paper or cardstock, something like that. Okay, so when we start with writing utensils, we start by giving the kids a broken crayon. And here's why. If we give the kids a pencil, some of them will have the correct pencil grip, but more often than not, they'll do something like this, and they'll try to write like this. And some kids have actually beautiful handwriting, but eventually, if you're writing like this, it's going to hurt your finger. It's going to affect your writing fluency and your writing stamina. So from the get-go, from the jump, I have them practicing the correct pencil grip, and we call that a tripod grip. So you can't really grip a broken crayon like that. Also, broken crayon instead of a pencil or instead of a marker, because the crayon has more resistance. It's not as easy to glide across the paper, and that's good because you want them to develop that control in their hand. So for the tripod grip, we have them pinch the crayon and then put this other finger right underneath it. This is the correct pencil grip. And it's the same grip when you do it with a pencil, but it's just impossible to fist grip the crayon. So when we begin writing, a lot of times we'll write on a vertical surface like this paper on the wall here. So we do a couple of different things. Before I just say write letters, we make sure that they have the correct, they know how to make a vertical line, a horizontal line, a circle. We do cups. I'll show you a couple of different examples. So we'll draw with the correct grip, we'll draw vertical lines, and they need to know the term vertical line. Horizontal lines, they draw waves, they draw cups, humps. We even do, we do circles, we'll do spirals, and diagonal lines. There's a few more, but if a student has trouble doing any of these things, then that tells me they're not ready to write their letters yet. And if a student comes to me writing letters incorrectly, improper formation of the letters, it's actually harder than if they don't know how to write letters at all, because I have to break them of their poor habits. And it is really important that they do write the letters correctly, because just like with a bad pencil grip, the wrong formation of letters, it's going to catch up to them. They're not going to be able to write as quickly or as fluidly if they don't have the correct formation. So we want to make sure that proper pencil grip, proper letter formation, and those strong fingers. If you have any other questions or concerns or anything, you know how to get in touch with me.